Welcome, everyone, to our weekly meditation town hall. We are blessed today to have Eddie Hauben with us, longtime meditator, meditation teacher, friend of Lamas, and here to guide us today. So I will turn it over to him now. Thank you for being here, everyone.
Thank you, dear. It's appreciated. Wonderful to be with you again. I've done this a few times now, and I want to honor my friend Surya for all of his good works, and we'll be reading a little bit from his works as we go through the hour. As Menela said, Eddie Hauben here. I've been practicing for a long time. I spoke to Surya yesterday, and he said he referred to me as being from the other side of the aisle. So in terms of a sense of practice and where I come from, I've been mostly in the Vipassana tradition. In the very early days, I had experience of actually transcendental meditation and a variety of other types of Zen practice. But Vipassana is my home in terms of practice. I've become a Dochen groupie, follower of Surya's. Over the years, we live close to each other, and I see him quite a bit. And so this morning will be a practice to integrate some of those teachings and to share with you my own understanding and appreciation of some of the significant insights I've had over my time. So again, I want to welcome wherever you are and whatever the moment is for you, the weather, the time, and the climate. Just want to be here with you together at this particular point. I would like to sort of coach this practice in terms of gratitude, and particularly in this time of difficult challenges, of looking and honoring the gratitude that we have in our lives, all the blessings we have in our lives, and holding on to that intention as we go through the practice. So we might touch on, if you were with us last week, Roger Walsh was here, and his question about the sacred question we want to entertain and evolve in ourselves and in others. And with that said, I'd like to do a reading from Lama Surya's original book, Awakening the Buddha Within. I use this because to honor Lama Surya, it's the preface in the beginning of the book. This is from Thich Nhat Hanh. It says, I see awakening the Buddha within as a beautiful flower blooming on a beautiful tree that is wholeheartedly committed to true inquiry and practice. Lama Surya Das uses the appropriate language that can communicate the wisdom and experience of Buddhism to the people of his times and environments. To me, this is a great achievement, and I feel deeply grateful for it. I wish Lama Surya Das a great deal of happiness in living and sharing the Buddha Dharma in the West. And I think us being here together is a tribute to that depth of practice of Lama Surya Das's and those comments by Thich Nhat Hanh, famous Vietnamese monk and practitioner. With that said, I would like to sort of begin at the end. Many of you might be familiar. This book has touched me recently. It's Mingyur Rinpoche's In Love with the World, a monk's journey through the bottles of living and dying. And for me, it's an extraordinary book and touched me deeply. But I'd like to begin with the end. This is his parting comments at the very end, and this will lead into our practice this morning. In parting, I'd like to give you one small piece of advice to keep in your heart. You may have heard me say this before, but it is the key point of the entire path. So it bears repeating. All that we're looking for in life, all the happiness, contentment, and peace of mind is right here in the present moment. Our very own awareness is itself fundamentally pure and good. The only problem is that we get so caught up in the ups and downs of life that we don't take time to pause and notice what we already have. Don't forget to make space in your life to recognize the richness of your basic nature, to see the purity of your being, and let its innate qualities of love, compassion, and wisdom naturally emerge. Nurture this recognition as you would a small seedling, allow it to grow and flourish. With that in mind, I just want to reference the teachings that Mingyur talks about here in this chapter on the dying, the bottles of dying. and share with you a little bit of my personal experience. Just take a comfortable place, breathing in, breathing out. I want to share with you when I was younger and beginning to practice. My wife and I were traveling, and I got very sick in India and passed into a coma, which I spent 5 days in. And over the years, people have said, well, where were you? What were you doing there? And I could not recall or comprehend until I read Mingyo's chapter on the dying process. So he describes in great detail the dissolution of he calls the 5 elements of life and existence and passing on. And these were the ones that caught my attention. And when I read it, I realized that what he was saying, if I had been awake then, I would have known what was going on. I would have experienced this process of dissolution in a way that I would have begin to understand the life and death process. And so he talks about those elements that we have, the earth, the heaviness of the body being dissolved, the fire and the heat merging into the wind aspect of the breath, and the aspect of water for the dissolution of the breath and moisture in the body. And finally, space, which holds everything. And those components gave me an understanding of my appreciation of that practice in terms of the living, dying process. The beauty of it for me is that when I was very young, through that process, I became friends with death. And that throughout my life has carried, I always feel like I have a friend in that process and has allowed me to be present in terms of the words that Mingyo used in the parting sayings. So I come to you with that blessing in my own life, and that's why I always said if we hold this intention with gratitude and with that intention, our lives will become richer and more present. So with that said, I'd like to do and lead you in a little practice found in that same book, the practice of sky gazing. And I'd like to use that as a guide. So as you comfort yourself and find a relaxed, at ease position, we just begin as we do with those wonderful breaths of ours, the anchor of the breath, just breathing in and knowing breathing in, breathing out and knowing breathing out, and becoming calm and feeling the calmness and the quality of mind of rest and the quality of body at ease. And just beginning to experience that directly in this very moment, nothing to do, nowhere to go, just becoming present. Breathing in, knowing breathing in, breathing out, knowing breathing out. Finding that place of ease within us and just becoming in the present moment aware of just sitting. So with eyes closed, hands still. Take a breath and let it out. And another. Relax and just let go. Drop everything. Rest naturally and be at ease. For a moment, let everything pass by like the waves in the sky, like clouds in the infinite sky. Simply observe, be still, and know everything is right here. Let it be, let go and let be. At ease, nothing more to do, nothing to figure out, understand, or achieve. Simply present, be still, and know everything is right here. Let it be, let go, and let be. At ease, nothing more to do, nothing to figure out. Simply present, natural awakening, at home and at ease in this very present moment. See things just as they are in the present moment. Breathe in and out deeply and slowly, letting it in, letting it out, letting it go a little more with each breath. Letting everything quiet down naturally by itself. Let the body settle naturally in its own way, in its own time. Let everything go naturally. Moment by moment, one moment at a time. Breathe, smile, be aware. Space like mind has no beginning and no end. No inside, no outside. No actual form, no color, no size, no shape. Being with whatever is in the present moment. Cast the breath into space, following the out breath out. Allow all thoughts, feelings, sensations, and emotions to come and go freely, just being in the present moment. Dissolving into space awareness. Allow all the thoughts, feelings, sensations, and emotions to come and go freely, casting everything off into vast space. And letting go, just letting go. Breathing out, knowing breathing out. Open up, unfurl your Buddha mind. Drop everything past and future. Drop off body and mind. Mingle with space. Slowly dissolve totally into the spacious, luminous joy of meditation. Just sitting, no place to go, nothing to do. Just being in the present moment. Noticing sensations, feelings, emotions, thoughts, awareness itself. Allowing it to arise and fall away in this very moment. Being present with whatever is in the field of awareness, arising and falling away. Experiencing directly impermanence of all conditioned things. just sitting in the present moment, nothing to do and nowhere to go, no one to be. Mind is wandering. Just note wandering. The moment of mindfulness practice, and gently return to the anchor of the breath, the body, sound, or awareness itself. Just sitting in the present moment, just sitting in the present moment, and knowing that you're sitting in the present moment, breathing in, knowing breathing in, breathing out, knowing breathing out. And again, being with whatever arises, sensations, feelings, emotions, thoughts, and awareness itself. A mind at rest, a body at ease, feeling content, just sitting, nowhere to go, nothing to do. And when you're ready, returning to the awakened moment, presence, attention, awareness, coming out of practice of meditation. And I'd like to shift our attention for the second part of our practice. And this idea about being on the other side of the aisle that I mentioned that Surya Das refrained from. I'd like to read something that will bring us into the loving kindness, or metta, which is a Pali word for loving kindness practice that we will move into. But this is a quote from Maya Baba, one of the great Indian saints of the 20th century. He firstly calls the title as The Game. To penetrate into the essence of all being and significance, and to release the fragrance of that inner attainment for the guidance and benefit of others by expressing in the world of forms truth, love, purity, and beauty. This is the sole game which has any intrinsic and absolute worth. All other happenings, incidents, and attainments can, in themselves, have no lasting importance. I think that speaks well to the Bodhisattva intention, Bodhisattva value of wanting to release the suffering of all, and knowing that deeply inside each of us, particularly in challenging times that we face ourselves with. And in that sense, I'd like to continue our practice this morning and delve into Buddha's practice of loving kindness. Again, metta being the Pali word for that. And I'd like to start with the Buddha's words on loving kindness itself, and then move in and share a practice with you of the mindfulness of loving kindness. This is from the Sutta, the Metta Sutta, the Buddha's teachings. This is what should be done by those who are skilled in goodness and who know the path of peace. Let them be able and upright, straightforward and gentle in speech, humble and not conceited, contented and easily satisfied, unburdened with duties and frugal in their ways, peaceful and calm, and wise and skillful, not proud and demanding in nature. Let them not do the slightest thing that the wise would later reprove. Wishing in gladness and in safety, may all beings be at ease. Whatever living beings there may be, whether they're weak or strong, omitting none, the great or the mighty, medium, short or small, the seen and the unseen, those living near and far away, those born and to be born, may all beings be at ease. Let none deceive another, or despise any being in any state. Let none through anger or ill will wish harm upon another. Even as a mother protects with her life her child, her only child, so with a boundless heart should one cherish all living beings. Radiating kindness over the entire world, spreading upward to the skies and downward to the depths, outward and unbounded, free from hatred and ill will, whether standing or walking, seated or lying down, free from drowsiness, one should sustain this recollection. This is said to be the sublime abiding. By not holding to fixed views, the pure-hearted one, having clarity of vision, being freed from all desires, is not born again into this world. Again, the words from the Buddha on loving kindness practice. And I'd like to share with you before we actually do the practice, it's one of the few times where there is specific benefits described. And this is what the Buddha spoke about in terms of the benefits of practicing metta. If, O bhikkhus, the liberation of mind through loving kindness is practiced, developed, made much of, made one's vehicle and foundation firmly established, consolidated, and thoroughly undertaken, 11 benefits are to be expected. One sleeps in comfort. One wakes in comfort. One has no bad dreams. One is dear to human beings. One is dear to non-human beings. One is protected by deities. One is not harmed by fire, poison, and weapon. One can concentrate easily. One's facial complexion is calm and serene. One dies unconfused. If one does not attain anything higher, one will be reborn in the Brahma world after death. So there are real benefits to this practice, besides opening our heart and making us more resilient and open to the understanding and appreciation of we're all one, connected, interconnected, and that practice, or this practice, will allow us to find that place within ourselves. And so that said, we want to just, again, find that relaxed position, that at ease position of having connection with the breath in and out, and just finding a comfort, being grounded, knowing that we are all here together practicing. I'm beginning again with the Buddha's words, which I use often. There's no one more deserving than oneself for forgiveness. If someone has harmed me, may I forgive them. If I have harmed someone, intentionally or unintentionally, may they forgive me. And if I have harmed myself, intentionally or unintentionally, may I forgive myself. So focusing on our inner light and bringing to mind and our heart the interconnection, we bring that internal presence of ourself, the challenging self, the no self, the not self, into the present moment, and wishing for ourselves. And again, I'll be using certain statements, and you're welcome to, nothing is correct or incorrect. Use your own to resonate with your own heart. And I wish for myself that I be well and strong. May I be joyful and happy, free from mental and physical harm, and may I live life at ease. As we open our heart to our inner self, again, wishing for ourselves. May I be well and strong. May I be joyful and happy. May I be free from mental and physical harm. And may I live life at ease. For a third and final time, holding our inner self, loving kindness. May I be well and strong. May I be joyful and happy. May I be free from mental and physical harm. And may I live life at ease. And now expanding our heart, opening our heart, mind, and bringing to mind a dear one, a loved one, someone close, partner, dearest friend, bringing that person to mind and holding in the heart. I'm wishing for them as I do for myself. May you be well and strong. May you be joyful and happy, free from mental and physical harm. And may you live life at ease. And again, holding that person in our heart, wishing for them as we do for ourselves. May you be well and strong. May you be joyful and happy, free from mental and physical harm. And may you live life at ease. And for a third and final time, holding that person in our heart, someone dear and loved by us, wishing for them as we do for ourselves. May you be well and strong. May you be joyful and happy, free from mental and physical harm. And may you live life at ease. And now expanding our heart further, bringing to mind a mentor, guide who's helped us on our spiritual path, someone who's been there for us to guide the way, and wishing for them as we do for ourselves. May be well and strong. May you be joyful and happy, free from mental and physical harm, and may you live life at ease. And again, wishing for that person as we do for ourselves. May you be strong and well. May you be joyful and happy, free from mental and physical harm, and may you live life at ease. And for a third and final time, holding this person, mentor, guide, spiritual friend, and wishing for them as we do for ourselves. May you be strong and well. May you be joyful and happy, free from mental and physical harm, and may you live life at ease. And continuing on with the practice and holding in our heart a neutral person, someone we don't know well, but encounter possibly on a daily basis, but are not connected. And wishing for them as we do for ourselves. May you be strong and well. May you be joyful and happy. May you be free from mental and physical harm. And may you be at ease. And again, holding this person, don't know well, but encounter in your heart and wishing for them as you do for yourself. May you be strong and well. May you be joyful and happy, free from mental and physical harm, and may you live life at ease. For a third and final time, holding this person, neutral person, in our heart, mind, and wishing for them as we do for ourselves. May you be well and strong. May you be joyful and happy. May you be freed from mental and physical suffering, and may you live life at ease. Now calling upon our resources of open heart, bring to mind a difficult person, someone who's challenged you and made it difficult experience. I'm wishing for them as we do for ourselves. May you be well and strong. May you be joyful and happy. May you be free from mental and physical harm. And may you live life at ease. And again, holding such a person who has created challenges and difficulties for us in our heart, knowing they're just like us, wanting and needing happiness. and wishing for them as we do for ourselves. May you be strong and well. May you be joyful and happy. May you be free from mental and physical harm. And may you live life at ease. And for a third and final time, holding that person in our heart, knowing the challenges and difficulties, and wishing for them as we do for ourselves. May you be strong and well. May you be joyful and happy. May you be free from mental and physical harm. And may you live life at ease. Now moving our attention to a wider field of beings. Everyone gathered here practicing together. I'm wishing for all of us as we do for ourselves. May we be well and strong, happy and joyful. Free from mental and physical harm. And may we live life at ease. Again, expanded heart and openness, and holding all of us gathered here together, practicing and wishing for all of us as we do for ourselves. May we be strong and well. May we be joyful and happy. May we be free from mental and physical harm. And may we live life at ease. And again, for all of us gathered here practicing together, holding each and every one as we hold ourselves in our heart and mind, and wishing for all of us as we do for ourselves. May we be strong and well. May we be joyful and happy, free from mental and physical harm. And may we live life at ease. For a final time, holding all of us practicing here together in our heart, our mind, knowing that they need and want what we do, and finding happiness, and wishing for them as we do for ourselves. May we be well and strong. May we be joyful and happy, free from mental and physical harm, and may we live life at ease. And moving now to a wider scope, friends, family, community, and neighborhood, expanding our heart's capacity to hold all of these beings and wish for them as we do for ourselves. May we be well and strong. May we be joyful and happy, free from mental and physical harm. May we live life at ease. And again, with a wide heart, open, holding friends, community, neighbors, and wishing for them as we do for ourselves. May be well and strong. May be joyful and happy, free from mental and physical harm, and may live life at ease. For a third and final time, holding in our hearts, coming wider and wider and more open. Our friends, family, neighbors, we wish for them as we wish for ourselves. May be well and strong. May be happy and joyful, free from mental and physical suffering, and may live life at ease. And for a final time, holding our heart wide open and wishing for them as we wish for ourselves, may be strong and well, happy and joyful, may be free from mental and physical harm, may live life at ease. And finally, expanding our heart as wide as the world, and as wide as space can be. And wishing, as we do for ourselves, for all beings everywhere, and be well and strong. May be joyful and happy, free from mental and physical harm, and live life at ease. And for a second time, with a heart as wide as the world, holding all beings everywhere without exception, and wishing for them as we do for ourselves. May be strong and well. May be happy and joyful, free from mental and physical suffering. May live life at ease. And for a third and final time, bringing all of the metta practice to this moment, holding in our hearts all beings who want to be happy and free as we do, and wishing for them as we wish for ourselves. May be strong and well. May be joyful and happy. May be free from mental and physical suffering. May live life at ease. And bringing to this very moment all of the love and caring in our heart for ourselves and others. I'm reading the millennial prayer to close this portion of the practice. May all beings everywhere with whom we are inseparably interconnected and who want and need the same as we do, may they be awakened, liberated, healed, fulfilled, safe, and free. May there be peace and harmony in this world, an end to war and violence, poverty and hunger, inequality and oppression, greed and cruelty. May all be free from fear, harm, danger, anxiety, and insecurity. And may we all together complete the spiritual journey, one beloved community, one circle, one family, all the way home. So wishing that our hearts are open, wishing for each other the joy and happiness and the possibility of understanding and appreciating the present moment and the power of practice. After so many years, the joy of practice of just showing up, sitting down, and paying attention does pay off by dispelling the defilements, greed, hatred, and delusion. What happens is that the natural forces of the Brahma Viharas, loving kindness, compassion, sympathetic joy, and equanimity, just arise on their own. So it's worth the price of admission of the practice and showing up each moment in the present. So thank you for showing up. I appreciate your willingness to practice and your practice, knowing we are all in this together. We're not alone. And may we all find that place of peace. Thank you. We have a few more minutes. I don't know if there's anything anyone wants to share. I appreciate all your comments. Being here together is a real joy of practice, just hanging out, getting a chance to hang out with all of you. Any announcements or anything, Benla?
No, we're good. If you want to make a donation, we
Okay.
Appreciate those at sochen.org. Thank you, Eddie, for your time today. Much appreciated, and we'll see Eddie in the future. We hope to see you as well. Take care, everyone.
Thank you very much, everyone. Blessings to all.